Hello there, this is old guy from Neil's Homestead, and we're just going up to do our chores and thought we'd take a few shots of what's going on around here in the process. And so I want to show us our wood pile I got on the porch now. Hopefully that will pretty well heat us for this winter, depending on what the weather does, of course. But anyway, we got a pretty good pile of wood here on the porch where we don't have to go very far to get it. On our trip to do the chores for the evening, we're going to stop by the greenhouse number 4 and show you our winter green crop. It's a beautiful afternoon, and so we need to get out and enjoy some of it. Cats are enjoying this.
Story of our life.
So this is our biggest greenhouse. It's a 30 by 100, and last year we had our tomatoes, our green beans, and our cucumbers, and some squash, and quite a lot of peppers growing in here. Well, after I finally got all the used plants out of here and put on the compost or burned, I always burn the tomatoes plants and the cucumber plants because I'm afraid of spreading disease if I compost them. But anyway, after we did that this fall, well, we planted several different varieties of greens for the winter, and they've been very productive. And we have this row cover that we spread over when it gets cold, real cold, and it got down to 6 degrees one night, and it protected it good enough. It didn't die anyway, so I guess the stuff pretty tough, or else the cover did a good job. Of course, the ground was not real cold to start with, but it did protect it and it didn't freeze. We planted this ground. I brought my tractor and tiller in after I got the crops removed and tilled this area where we planted winter crops. We planted several different varieties of green. The first one here is spinach, and it didn't come up real well, but we still had all our 2 families eat of that. And combined with the spinach, we have beets, just a small patch of them. The beets are planted really thick, but my wife keeps pulling up some of them and just including them in the greens. And they're starting to form the beets now, and so if they don't freeze out too soon, why we'll have some actual beets on them too. Next, we have a row kale, and it's done very well. Made a lot of green. I don't know what the heck that is.
Those are radishes.
Oh. Okay, then we had some assorted red and white radishes, and they've done very well. We've had more than we can eat, and we've had 2 or 3 more families with the beets, I think. And then we had some, I guess it's leaf lettuce that we planted, and it supplied us well too. We have a little bit of pak choy, and it kind of filled up a few cracks of different assorted greens for the winter. And my wife has really enjoyed the green. I'm not much of a grazer myself, but she enjoys a good salad at least once a day, and I think twice sometimes. I would encourage everyone that can possibly come up with a greenhouse to get one to raise the crops for the family, because you can do so much better job inside the greenhouse than you can out in the open, because you can control the weather. This 100 by 30 greenhouse, you can raise an enormous amount of food for a pretty good sized family. You just have to keep rotating it all summer, and as you can see, winter also. You pretty well have to have a good water supply so you can control your water. But we use drip lines on each row in this house. It just makes a much better environment to raise your stuff, because you don't have to wait for a rain. The rain doesn't just keep coming like it did this year. Our outside garden was almost a flop this year because it just drowned. But in here we just kept producing food. And I would sure encourage anyone who has, if you just have a small area where you can put a greenhouse, even this size, just 100 by 30 square feet, that you can raise most of your vegetable and fruits, your tomatoes and that kind of stuff, for a family of 4 very easily. And you can do it so much more comfortable. It can be down 20 or even down 15 degrees outside, and as soon as the sun comes up, you can come in here and go to work, and it will get up to 70 degrees just pretty quickly. I have big double doors, 10 by 10s on each end, and then have a drop side on the bottom 3 feet on both sides, so you can just crank sides down or open the doors and pretty well control your temperatures and the weather in here, to where you can produce a lot of stuff.
And it's great to be able to come out here and pick a salad anytime you want to. Don't have to go to the store and spend your money. I love it.
And you do.
That the ducks have found the pond.
In the day that the weather's halfway decent, we turn our ducks and our chickens out. And just the last week, the ducks have discovered a pond down here. So they may be giving us trouble for too long trying to get them back home. But if we don't pin them up at night, with the coyotes will have supper with them, so we have to get them in. But so far they've been, when I get them out of the water, they just head for home and go in their pen. I hope I can get them out of there tonight.
And then there's that one up on the bank.
Okay, Ducky, this is bedtime.
She must be afraid to get in the water. So let's see what happens here.
Go home, Ducky.
Okay, they're getting out of the water. Okay, they're heading for home. Oh, there's the one over there. He's trying to chase her around the edge. She almost fell in. probably gonna get a little panicky before long. Oh, great. Molly's down there. Up there, I kind of think they're waiting for her. Okay. Oh, Molly, no. Okay. They're all together now and heading on for home. It's kind of cool how those others waited for her to come.